Hello. I thought I would do a little plate up dinner with me. I have just been out a run, so excuse the look. As you can see, maybe in the background there, we do not have a hose pipe ban in Scotland because it's absolutely chucking it down. I thought I would just try this and show you what I'm having for my dinner. Although arguably I have been cheating a little bit this week because we have been doing gusto. This is not an ad, by the way. I pay for it myself. But also, I don't always pay for it when it's full price. I quite like an offer. I do think when it's full price, arguably, I can do it cheaper myself, my weekly shop. But in saying that, the quality is really good. It really is. Like, the meat and things are farm quality. Yeah, I just like it for the ideas to try something a bit different. And even just, I'll show you my dinner this week as an example as it goes on the plate, but even just doing things a little bit differently, and I'm making this for my kids as well. My kids just have the same, but even just silly things like cooking the vegetables differently or cooking them slightly differently. The kids are like, it just changes things up a bit, I think, for the family. Today, I have went for Malaysian style turmeric chicken with pickled cucumber. So let's see if I can recreate this on the plate. But also when I'm picking my meals, I'm really conscious of trying to get a lot of those lovely plant-based foods in there. I talk a lot about how I'm aiming to get 30 plants in a week. So I was looking at this recipe. I've got 5 for the week, but I just picked this one for the sake of the video. But we've got onion, cucumber, lemongrass, ginger, garlic, turmeric, red chilli, coconut, and sweet peas, although I would argue they're snap peas. But there's nine vegetables, herbs, spices in this dinner, which if you're trying to get 30 a week, doing 9 in one meal, it just shows you how it's not that difficult. But anyway, I'm going to start plating up, or I will be here all night speaking. So let me get all the elements. So just rice, first of all. See, just that silly little tips that you've maybe not done or you've not done for a while, like cooking the rice with cold water. It just makes it so much fluffier and better. Like, just little things like that. Just nice little techniques and tips that you've maybe not done. I'm just going to plate mine just now, and then I'll do the kids. But I'll show you, the kids will eat all these elements. Oh, I was going to put it in the wee thing, wasn't I? I'll give that one to the husband, right? I'll eat the rubbish one, but just for the sake of this. But this as well, it tells you to put it in a little bowl. And it's so simple, but my kids as well are just like, oh, a mountain of rice or a circle of rice, whatever they say. So just little things like that can just, just spark everyone's interest and make it a bit more interesting. It's love rice, barely even enough for them. So let's just pack it into this. Right, let's see, is that okay? So a little mountain of rice. And then going in with the Malaysian style turmeric chicken. So kind of like a curry, but not too spicy. And you've got your nice vegetables in there, your turmeric, which is super anti-inflammatory. I mean, it is. I'm trying not pour this. Trying not pour it all over my screen, but honestly, it smells amazing. It looks amazing. Yeah, it's going to be a winner. So basically, a chicken breast portion each. Again though, just a little technique like bashing out the chicken in a bit of cling film, it just tenderises it and makes it so much better. So I've done that loads of times, but your typical midweek dinner, you kind of forget or you maybe don't do it. But it does make a difference to how, definitely the texture anyway. And then loads of onions and sugar snap peas. Again, my kids can sometimes be a bit funny with onions, the texture. But we had a gusto last night as well. And certainly my youngest was like, lovely. Like, I don't know, the texture or just the way you've cooked it just maybe hits a wee bit different. So just trying to make this look quite nice. And then another lovely little part of this, again, probably if I was just making this midweek, that would probably do me. I'll show you this properly then because the camera angle is not great. So messy as well. Another little element they love chilies, but what they love to do is make little pickles. Again, just such a nice idea, isn't it? Something a bit different. My kids will not eat the chilies, don't get me wrong, so I've just left some cucumber separately, maybe with a little bit of the vinegar, but that might also be a step too far. Adults, this kind of chili, pickled cucumber chili salad, they call it. So let's just get some. So just little bits of the chili, but it's been pickled. Tiny bit of sugar. I don't always add as much sugar as they say. So a bit of vinegar, I think, really makes a difference. And some water. So let's just add a few layers of that. This looks quite nice as well, isn't it? Colour to the plate and all that. Eating with your eyes. Salivating right now as I smell the smells, see the sights. It's all good. It's all preparing your digestive system as well. And I've cooked it for the last half an hour. Chili on top. Yeah, I don't know. I do usually cook my dinners from scratch and take time to make dinners, and but it I don't know, gives you a wee bit more pride and kind of following a nice recipe. Also, I would say the portions aren't huge. They're quite neat. So this is to feed 4, but I would say it is better suited for 2 adults, 2 kids. But what I would say is it's not always a bad thing, because I think historically I would always leave like my biggest meal to night time and eat quite a big meal. But actually I think my digestion does better by making sure that I'm not just leaving a massive meal for night. So I usually have a warm, often leftovers for lunch, so I can have a bigger meal at lunch, so that when it comes to dinner it means I'm not absolutely starving, the portions aren't absolutely massive. And yeah, based on this case study of me, I do think it's much gentler for your digestion, so I would often recommend that, to be fair. Have that warm lunch rather than needing a massive portion at night and then feeling that you need to snack later on as well. I would also try and avoid that where possible as well. So yeah, I think that's it. That's a bit better, isn't it? Malaysian style turmeric chicken with onions, sugar snap peas, sticky mountain of rice, and a pickled cucumber and chili salad.